Well, you know, I was
When it's ready.
God. Oh dear, I better not say what I was going to say then.
Oh, hello, we're back live again. You beauty, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Shane.
Yep. Oh, I was coaching some young boys a while ago, and I told them, don't hit it hard, stroke it like it's a woman. That's all you need to do with pool.
Well, that's something that
it's all about timing.
They're not ever going to forget that either, unless they're gay. So yeah.
So back to the game here at hand. Jimmy's up 6-5. We've got a couple of balls tied up in two places, so it makes for an interesting frame. They've got to have a bit of a think about the tactics of the frame and how it's going to pan out.
Good. We just have had confirmation that we are live, by the way.
Oh, okay. We better watch what we say now, John.
It's always trippy to hear your voice come back at you, isn't it? It's like buggy phone connections. Yeah. It just annoys the absolute crap out of you.
It's like, do I really sound like that?
But no, you're trying to say something.
Yeah, give me a deeper
and
voice.
You hear your damn voice come back at you, and you're like, I can't concentrate on what I was going to say. Do you ever get that?
Yep. So, Jimmy there has just committed a deliberate foul and potted Simon's ball. Now Simon's got to ponder what to do here because he hasn't got an easy first shot, and that's the secret of giving away a deliberate foul, to make sure that their first shot isn't an easy one. You've got to make them work for it. He's still got a ball tied up there, and of course the most obvious pocket for that black is where Jimmy's tied it up.
Is invariably the one that you can't pot it in.
Yep. There's a nice gentle shot. Oh!
Jeez, he wanted that because then he could have used his shot to double the other red out, the one that's tied
Break
up.
it up, yeah.
So now that he's not got that safety cushion, what do you think he'll do now?
Yeah, he doesn't want to disturb that red and yellow together just yet. He needs, not while that black's there.
No, you'd leave that, wouldn't you? Because if you break that up, then your opponent then has the advantage.
Yep, they got the open. Everything's open there for them. And, you know, of course, the black isn't on for the double down to this other bottom corner either. So, yeah, a bit of work to do here. He's just playing safe, is he?
Indeed playing safe. Just over to you, Jimmy. See if you can do anything better.
Yeah, it gets like this. It's like, who's going to open up? Who's going to open up the balls together first? And often the person that does ends up not. He ends up coming up runner-up in that particular frame.
Jimmy loves to make you think. It's one of the biggest components to his game, is his mental ability.
It's his experience, isn't it?
Yeah, which comes through experience, doesn't it?
And I always tell people, you know, it's not a race. You know, just bide your time, and you don't have to pot a ball every time you get to the table. Just play smart, and the smart play will get you through.
Looking to play a deliberate foul on the black here.
Yeah, he wants to get it out of there. That's what he needs to do. While that red and yellow is still
tied
up.
Near the pocket that he's just tied up.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah,
that's a really good shot.
That could be telling, you know.
Now Jimmy's got to get his in there as well.
No,
he's getting that black out of there again.
If you, Simon, he's saying.
Yeah.
That's what you get for doing that
back
to
at
me.
You. Yeah, I'm not scared of you, Jimmy.
Simon, you mean? Yeah. Jimmy played the shot.
True.
Did he leave the plant on, or is he just going to play it safe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's another safe. Those two balls are still
just discretion being the better part of valour on that.
Yep. There's old Jordan. Jordan didn't play this year.
No.
Just get it close to the middle bag. Make it available.
Yeah, it might be able to use that to break open that other red.
Exactly. Good pick. But Jimmy, you look at this. Jimmy may be able to screw off this yellow near the middle pocket and
come around
hoof
the
the other
table,
yellow
yep.
out, the one that's stuck.
But if he misses it, it's
Could be good night nurse,
Yeah.
right?
just going for another. Let Simon do the work.
You're just biding his time.
Yep.
You realise that it's as you said before, it's a marathon, not a 100-metre sprint.
Yep.
So
And this is why some frames can take a matter of a couple of minutes, and some frames, the same two pet players, can take 20 minutes. You get a frame like this, and
but you realise that that's just the way the game is. So
Yep.
you just take it, don't you?
absolutely. Getting impatient certainly is not going to help
Understanding
anybody.
is everything, isn't it, in
Yep.
life, as it is in pole. Some people need to learn that more than others.
Isn't Paul life, John? You're not leaving the same life as me. Paul. Was there anything else?
I do live a full and entertaining life outside of pole, Claire.
Oh, do
I'll
you?
have you
Oh,
know.
I don't.
Oh, well, that's just you then. At least you know what you're talking about, though. And you're not just spouting nonsense.
Like normal.
Oh, don't shortchange yourself. Go on. But pole is one of those games that often does mirror life, doesn't it? You
Yeah,
get the
sometimes it's an
opportunity to
absolute
take
mess.
it, miss it. It's a mess. But
Fix it,
you fight,
fix it or
but you
don't
fight
fix
for
it. Yeah.
I mean, frames you fight for, just like you fight for everything you get in life. Some people have to fight more than others to get the same things,
True.
but it's the
It's
size.
a struggle for some people.
Well, it's the
and not-
size of
yeah.
the fight in the dog, not the dog in the fight.
Yeah. Oh, here's Simon trying to make the game a little bit trickier again. Put a cat amongst the pigeons.
Does that red pass or off the cushion, off the yellow into the pocket? I wonder if there's half a shot there.
Don't think so, would it? Oh, mind you.
Odd
That might
wonky
be a
camera
reason
angle.
why. Yeah. Where's the cameraman when you need him?
I'm not complaining because otherwise we wouldn't be seeing this.
I think sometimes you take a couple of turns to set up a shot. Like if there is a chance of getting that red in there, might take you a shot or two to set it up.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the point about taking your time. Take your time, set the match up for yourself. That's how matches like these are won at this level. Take your time. Don't try to finish it in one shot.
Yeah.
This is why players play deliberate fouls.
Yep.
So
And
try and create the urgency. I must finish it in this shot. No, you don't have to. Take your damn time.
Yeah, and from the break, if those two balls, that red and yellow ball, weren't tied up together on the side cushion, this game would have long been over. So I'm not too sure what was going on there.
No.
For Simon put that red over there, and now he's taken it out. So
Change of mind.
yeah,
Maybe because the yellow is fairly accessible to the pocket, he was just trying to cut it off.
yeah. Hey, bro.
Oh, he missed the split. Bad luck.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity to get. Oh,
Half a ball.
oh. Oh, that's John's fault.
Oh.
Yeah, let the girls do it, John.
Obviously not.
Mike
a girl,
Bowen's
I
just
wouldn't know.
arrived, and you know the tone of the conversation has just dropped.
I think one of you should have a conversation with Steve on the build-up.
John should do that. John's looking rather dapper today.
What's happening?
We're going to have an interview now with Steve Denton, one of our semi-finalists, ex-winner of this tournament.
Yeah, thank you, Claire. First of all, congratulations for how you've done. Second of all, into the semi-final, winners side. Still aware of the fact that if you lose, you're out. But, I mean, what are you thinking at this point? I mean, it sounds like a stupid question, but...
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Baden. I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously losing your life and sort of being here, you feel like you're sort of, you know, lost, you know, a little bit hard done by, but that's just the way it is. We all knew it was going to be like this, so we've got 3 hours off where the other guys are, you know, working hard to get back into the semis, so yeah, we should be a lot fresher. But then we got the disadvantage of waiting around and watching and, you know, having the nerves kick in, so yeah, but I'm okay, I'm feeling good. Just going to be relaxed and try and enjoy it, that's the key.
Yeah, relaxation, enjoy the game. This is, I'd say, why you're having a hit on the table now. You're just trying to rediscover that flow that has gotten you to this point, right?
Well, yeah, and also I was just pointing out to some of the guys here, the organisers, how in Australia they, quite as standard, will let the players have a warm-up hit before big games, especially the semis and finals. And it's something I really think that should be adopted here. Just even if you've just had a game, it's nice just to relax the nerves and have a hit and get yourself all prepared. So, especially for me, and obviously haven't had a hit for a few hours. So, all I'm taking advantage of that few extra minutes.
Well, fair enough, and I think that's why they play the buys first in these tournaments. Like, not so much this tournament, but the Clubs New Zealand Nationals coming up. They'll play the buys first so that players don't have that game under their belt when they've played a player with a bye. I mean, do you think that that's positive for the sport?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that I've always said is that you should be all starting on a level playing field on the knockout day. When you've got a few buys, obviously you've got players then who are having a hit before the other players come in, and they're obviously at a disadvantage. If you can
for all the players, not just the top players. So a great move that was to put that in. So you're going to be the winner of Adam Shaw versus whomever he played. Dean Garnett. There you go. Thank you.
So I've got Adam. Yeah, I've got Adam, and Baden's playing. Sounds like maybe Simon if he's just won. So yeah, shouldn't be long before we're away.
I think that Simon might be on the hill actually now,